Hi, so we're at Bumper and I'm here with the amazingly talented Ed Sheeran. Hi Ed,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm not too bad. So basically, he played a gig last night which is phenomenal, and you've got another one tonight. Now, I actually just wanted to ask you if you could sort of take it back to the beginning, because in my understanding, you are what I see as a complete grafter. Like, you've been out there for, you know, time, just working, doing gig after gig after gig and playing and playing and playing. How has that journey been for you?
It's obviously been, the journey's kind of been, it's been long and tiring, but it hasn't really been as long as it could have been. And I felt like, as a singer-songwriter, you have to kind of put the hours in and earn your stripes. So I mean, the journey's been necessary as well. So, but it's been really fun. I've met a lot of interesting people. I've done a lot of cool gigs, and I've had a lot of great experiences. So, have
you found that because you've just been out there kind of doing it and doing kind of gigs all over the place, so pretty much touring solidly, I guess, that's been great for sort of networking? Has that helped you kind of move forward, or was it kind of like a sudden discovery, because obviously you're on the verge of absolutely, you know, phenomenal things? Yeah,
no, it's been very, very gradual, but every kind of step something gets bigger, so it's kind of snowballed from where it started. But yeah, I mean the experiences that I've had started off like maybe, well, for instance, like a year ago I'd be playing this venue and two people would turn up, to now it being packed. But in that year, you know, I've done all the kind of independent releases and tours with Example and Devlin and collaborations and stuff like that. So it's all kind of like started coming to a head now, I guess.
Is there any kind of, you're talking about collaborations, is there anything that sort of really stands out that you're really, that even to date, that you're kind of really sort of proud of, it, that you were like, yeah, that was great, I'd like to do more, like something quite specific? Well,
I think the whole collaborations project that I did, because it took about a year to do, and I had to do it in my spare time, and because I was working on the other stuff. But I think with that, because it was, I got a bit geeky with it, and I kind of like went for the acts that I really liked and created specific songs for them to rap over, and like did that whole project. I think like when I'd finished that, I was kind of like, wicked, I'm glad I did that, that's a milestone, that's wicked. So yeah, that was one kind of collaboration thing that I was very happy with.
And at the moment, obviously, you've just signed, as we all know, a big sort of pretty big deal. Is that all kind of, you know, it's obviously, you know, really exciting. Does that mean that you'll kind of not be necessarily playing sort of the smaller venues anymore, or are you still, I mean, is there still scope to do that, or is it kind of, is there actually going to be a bit of a jump?
Yeah, no, there isn't at all. I've kind of wanted to maintain that, you know, I'm still going to build it, even though we put dates on sale and they sold out instantly and stuff. Like, I've made sure, instead of doing a tour of like 18 massive venues, I'm doing a tour of about 50 tiny venues until the album gets released. And then like, so I get the opportunity to do all the small gigs. And you know, like for instance, the sound fucked up in Birmingham the other day, and I did the whole gig standing on a table in the middle of the crowd, which was like a wicked experience, which I would not necessarily have had if I'd have been on a big tour. So I'm doing all my small grafting now and all the small shows, and it is great that they're selling out and stuff, but when it comes to October and the album's out, I'll do the big tour.
Always grafting, huh? And so for anyone that sort of is kind of maybe starting to discover you for the first time, have you got any kind of really particularly strong sort of influences, and has that sort of changed since when you were first writing and first starting out? Is it, or have you sort of stayed sort of fairly true to sort of a particular influence?
Well, I mean, I've been into different acts at different times. So when I first started, like Damien Rice was like a big influence, and I was writing tunes like him. And then I got into Nizlopi and I started writing tunes that were more kind of folky hip hop. And then I got into Foy Vance and started writing more kind of classic songs, and then kind of blended all of that together, and then got into like Foreign Beggars and Skinny Man and Eminem and Jay-Z and Devlin and all these people, and just fused
really
it.
Yeah.
So it's evolved over time, just because my tastes have become wider. I'm not just into one thing anymore. Whereas when I was 11, I'd only listen to Damien Rice, and that was it. But
yeah, kind of much more sort of blinkered kind of video. And I think sort of lastly, is there anywhere, you know, where's the best place to sort of kind of find out what's happening next with you? With regards sort of online, or?
Well, I guess my Twitter, my Facebook, my MySpace, they all have like my dates and updates and what's going on. So yeah, they would be the best ones, and that's just Ed Sheeran.
And are you going to be down in London anytime?
Yeah.
Anytime soon, gigging? Or
Yeah, I'm doing 2 dates at the Scala, and then Shepherd's Bush Empire, and yeah, and then I'm playing Love Box as well, main stage, which should be great. Wicked. Yeah, so I'm doing them, and I'm sure there'll be other ones announced soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you for just sharing a little bit about yourself with us. That's fantastic.
Wicked.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.